Hello, I am trying this again. I'll be testing things for a few moments to see if I can make this work. Pardon me. Hello, I am trying this again. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can actually make a stream work now. This has been insanity. So yeah, like my fourth attempt to try to have a video that records and consistently records for more than a few minutes. I actually had about 2 hours of video earlier, and I did a whole intro. I did a whole everything. I did the introduction, talked about the charities, everything, and yeah, the internet went wonky. There's been lots of storming in the area. I don't know if that's the cause of it. My internet's usually good, but yeah. So trying again. Attempt number 4. Fun times. Um, Give me one more moment to check on a few things. See if it's well and truly good. Ta-da. Do apologize. A little patience. I'm sorry. Okay, trying again. So, those that know me know this channel. You know that twice a year, on his birthday and on the anniversary of his passing, which is today, I do something to pay tribute to Asa, remember Asa, do something cool in remembrance of him. And so, originally I did physical in-person gatherings with people, and then I moved across the nation uh, to Indiana, and where I live here, it's been amazingly helpful to me. It's Fort Wayne has got the most amazing quality of living and cost of living, and it was a place where I could finally afford to buy my first home. And unfortunately, that took me pretty far away from most of the people that we knew, and many of those people have also moved since, and we're all kind of scattered around. And then of course the pandemic made it difficult as well to do in-person physical gatherings. Um, and so I started doing online gatherings, and we were gamers, so of course I made it gaming in nature, and so that's what this is. This is the seventh annual um, memorial gathering, life celebration, call it what you will, where I just make a video where I'm gaming. I may be joined by two people that were like brothers to Asa in life, and they may be popping in soon to play with. And this time around, we're doing DayZ, which is a game that we actually all played together back when he was live. We actually there was actually a trip planned this time and someone was going to go with me because of my health issues. I didn't really want to do the health alone, do the trip alone. Uh, I might have made it a little more difficult for me to get much done as far as a video, but it was finally coming together. It was a road trip that I'd wanted to do since he passed, to go back to Fort Benning, or now it's called Fort Moore, and visit the Northern American Armor and Cavalry Museum, which is something that Asa sort of discovered when we were living on the base years ago. And now it's gone from a collection assembled in warehouses where they work on the tanks to a full-blown museum. It's beautiful. And unfortunately, the person I was going to go with had something horrible happen to them. And on top of all that, tornadoes. Tornadoes started going through Indiana. And so the whole path to go get him and our path to the museum was tornado warnings and horrible weather. And as far as I know, the storming and stuff may be why I've had such a difficult time getting a video together tonight. But anyway, so that trip got canceled, and so I'm doing this gathering like this again this time. Just want to do something, and hopefully it will continue to record and will actually work, and I'll have a decent video. um, so, about Asa. Asa passed away at 23 years old after a 7-month struggle in the hospital, where he's basically fighting some of the long-term effects of the cancer and cancer treatment he'd had 20 years prior. And it was what it was. And shortly after he passed, I went through my process of grieving and such, and which it's a long time. I mean, it doesn't ever really end, But that promise I did make to myself to remember him twice a year like this. Each person that loses somebody, they have their way of dealing with things, and I don't fault anyone for theirs and how they choose to do it. But myself, I never believe that we should treat people that we've lost as that thing that you don't talk about. Ace is still very prevalent in my life, even though he's not here anymore. I involve him in the ways that I can, and this is one of those ways. I talk about him a lot. He's part of almost everything that I do, and that isn't some weird thing where the parent won't let the child go. He's gone, and we always have to accept that. But how we choose to honor that person, that's individual, and this is just my way. I want to do things where there's donations to charity or something good, and it's in honor of him. And so there's 3 charities that we're focusing for this one, and you can see those charities. To the top 3. If you click on the banner to my website or go into my channel's information, you'll see a list of charities. I've scooted 3 to the top as the focus for donations from this charity. And I'm just going to take a minute to talk about those before I launch into the game and we go into the zombie apocalypse here. So first and foremost, St. Jude's. And St. Jude's, I feel like I almost don't have to explain St. Jude's. It seems like everyone knows. But anyway, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, it's not just about treating children with cancer that maybe couldn't afford to do it otherwise. Though that's incredibly important, it's also about the research that they do and the things that they learn. if we can find a way to defeat and ultimately prevent children's cancer, then we're that much closer to defeating cancer altogether. And they do amazing work. Uh, yeah, I mean, you click on the donations link on my banner, but it'll take you to St. Jude's. Even if you can't donate, or if you can and want to continue, go look at what they do. It's incredible. Um, so of course, St. Jude's is always, prevalent in my donation links as far as something to focus on. But secondly, is there's a donation link there to help the Northern American Armor and Cavalry Museum and help them continue to bring those pieces of history alive and be there for people to visit and see and remember. And even for those of you that don't like to look at things about war, you have nothing, no interest in tanks. I like to explain that they are a part of the history of our planet in a big way because they changed everything about how we did conflict, but also something that people often overlook about tanks is that they have saved a lot of lives by preventing conflict. Sometimes just the presence of tanks has prevented wars. It has prevented people from harming each other in conflicts or uh, unrest, civil unrest. Sometimes, as a deterrent, not having to kill anyone, the tank has saved lives and will continue to do so. Um, so even if you're not a war person, you're not a tank person, you can still kind of respect it for that sake, and to go there and to see these machines where men of all nations, of all different tanks of all countries, they lived and died in those tanks, and it was their home for as long as they were being heroes for the purpose that they were serving at the time. It's also a reminder you'll get to see some of the tanks from World War II there that were vastly superior to anything that the Allies had, and that's a scary thing because you know it, I think it's important to remember that there was a time when somebody that was completely and totally evil had these wonder weapons, these enormous tanks and death machines, and that's what happens when we let the wrong people come into power. And some of those things were practically unstoppable during World War II. I think it's important that we remember that lessons learned from the past, and some of those lessons are best taught by going and seeing things like that in person. It gives you a profound respect. I'm a huge tank fanatic, and so was Asa. And his favorite tank there was the German Tiger One. So we went and saw these massive tanks, and there's a Tiger Two there, and you're looking at almost 70 tons of a machine that almost could not be stopped. And you can be in love with the um, with the craft of war without loving at all the act of war. And I think that's important for people to understand also. Museums like that aren't about warmongering necessarily. They're not about, they're not about, oh, loving these destructive machines that killed so many people. It's not about that. It shouldn't be about that. Um, Again, you can be fascinated and love the craft and the art of war while still hating the act of war. Um, so and why donate to that museum? Because they have so many volunteers and so many people. It takes so much to bring some of these relics back to a presentable condition and preserve them. Many of them got left out in the elements for a very long time. Um, so yeah, that's worth donating to, and preserving a part of our history that all of us could maybe use to learn a little bit more about. And then lastly, the third one that I'm focusing on this year, I'm finally getting to focus on a local charity, and I've been wanting to do that for a while. Um, the local charity of Brightpoint. They're part charity. They work off of donations and partial government support. They're such a great outfit because there are so many places, like here in Indiana, there are a lot of older homes. They're still good enough to be homes, and people will try to move into them, but then they have an older heating and cooling style that's outdated or just extremely expensive to use. And that's what happened with me. I could afford to buy the house, but the heating system was extremely expensive. And because of my health issues, limited income, and things like that, it's very difficult to get by when you find yourself in that situation. And there's so many homes like that, right? Well, Brightpoint has energy programs and things to help people. They helped me, and they have an energy program. If you get into it, you can, if you're lucky enough to be one of the people that gets into it for that year, you can have your house updated with a newer insulation style, or replacing an older, dangerous, and expensive type of heating or cooling system. And they'll put something more modern in. This works on many levels because not only does that make a place more affordable and thus they keep more residents, but that's less power draw on the city's power grid. In fact, one of the installers that was here, I was talking with them, and they were explaining to me that they literally can look at the numbers and say, if we get this many people using that much less of the city's power grid, we could literally start shutting down power plants that don't have to be used anymore. That's taking more power use off the grid for a city, and that's always a good thing because things happen, storming, natural disasters, and so the less draw you have, the less stress on the city's power grid. That's good for the entire city, and it helps people to be able to afford to live there. So it creates more occupancy for that city as well, and so that's worth donating to. That's an amazing program. More and more cities should have a program like that. And they were great people, and they never made me feel bad for being a low income person, considered disabled, whatever. I was really grateful for everything that they did, and for everything that they're doing to help the city. So those three charities are my three focuses for this. There are more charities in the list on my webpage. If none of those charities that we're focusing on today, there's other ones like War Child that are very specifically helping children affected by war, and even more specifically, children affected by the war in Ukraine right now. And then links to help people, funds to help people in Ukraine in general. There's plenty of charities there for you to look through, and if you feel like giving to one of the other ones, please do. Great. What I would love is if you do donate, please do. You don't have to, but please do say something about tribute to Asa, or Asa Woods, or the Asa's 7th year memorial stream, however you want to put it. My channel's not monetized. Please don't try to send me any money. Don't do that, please. If you want to give some money for what I do in these gaming streams, if it's entertaining to you, great. And it's about honoring Asa. And if you do donate to a charity, that don't try to send it through my channel in any way. I'm not monetized for that. Just click on the link, and that takes you to an external link. All of those links are vetted and proven, and it takes you to an external link where you can donate. It has nothing to do with me or my site. So all that being said, let's start playing this wacky video game that's been around a very long time and has come a very long way. We played it all the way back when it was it had a lot of things still wrong with it. We used to call it the Walk and Starve Simulator. But now it's shaped up to be a pretty good game. And in particular, this game, DayZ. Oh, I'm going to have you all go to intermission screen for a second while I put in the... Um, and the game will come back up in a second, folks. Um, so, a group of friends get together on the server, and we don't have to worry about, random people coming in from the internet with, cheats, hacks, whatever the case may be, and, you know, um, or just being jerks. And you probably saw from the description that this is this video stream is not for kids. It is mature content. You're going to hear some swear words every once in a while. We all worked in emergency services, and we have a little bit of gallows humor, and you'll have to pardon that from time to time. Um, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna adventure around, and please pardon me while I send a message or two out to people's. One second. Okay. So my outfit too is so funny. My nickname for 25 years has been Commissar, um, and that's not because I'm Russian or anything like that. That's from when I used to be a nerd Warhammer 40k player, and I would wear a full Warhammer 40k Commissar costume to the grand tournaments. But unfortunately, because of what Putin has done, um, people were associating that nickname with Russia, and I don't believe that the Russian people are to blame for what their leadership's doing. But nonetheless, people associate the awful conflict with being Russian, and so I was getting a little bit of hate every once in a while, and people didn't understand that I wasn't Russian, and it was the nickname wasn't from that. So I haven't been using the Commissar nickname as much, but I thought it was funny that all the clothing that I find, this server, our private server's only been up and running for about 2 days total now, and I was testing out mods and stuff and started playing yesterday, a little bit the night before, and of course the first clothing that I get is the big hat, the big hat and everything, very Commissar-like. But hey, whatever. Anyway, I did get this car together. In DayZ, you can repair vehicles that you find out in the wild of the apocalypse. And we're gonna check. We're gonna loot through these industrial bits here, these garages. And I'm keeping an eye on chat. Trying not to miss any messages or anything, and catching some that are coming in to me. I don't mean to ignore anyone. If you come in and say hi and I don't catch it right away, I do apologize. I try to catch it. Anyway, 75% of what you're going to do in the world of DayZ is looting. You're going to loot around constantly, trying to find more and more better stuff. Especially if you're like me and you just have to build a community base, a base that people that play on the server can come and recoup or be safe or whatever. In any case, quote, this area that I'm at actually, the last time we had a public server, we probably should have just kept it because we always bounce back to this game from time to time. But we actually had a community base in this area, and I like to do those because it gives people a place to launch from, recover at, blah blah blah. If you die, lose all your stuff, you got a place to go back to. Everybody knows they can go there to get assistance, whatever. I'm going to go down the street here to a semi-military-ish area. All the Zeds, the zombies there, have military outfits on. So, and I'm going to try to stream for at least a couple of hours because I already did several hours. Between my throat just not lasting and my health issues, I'll just try to make it as long as I can before I have to stop. And hopefully the stream won't go to crap because of the internet failing again. Hopefully... Oh, that guy has a big pack, so let's smash him and see if we can save that pack. Those big backpacks are fairly valuable in the game, because you can carry more stuff. Uh-oh. Crap. Hello, Mr. Zed. This is my, sledgehammer. So, one of the mods that we have, oh wait, is that ruined? Ah, damn it. One of the mods that we have is called Zegor. We have a few mods on here for the server that we wanted to try this time around. We usually just do a vanilla server, but we threw some mods on here. One's Zegor, like I was saying, and Zegor adds more blood effects because apparently that's important. Why not make it a little bit more like a I think I'm just going to leave this on the roadside. I don't have room in my trunk for it. Yeah, I'm gonna... No, let's park up ahead a little bit before we do any more looting. And if some of the boys drop in, I will be trying to talk to them in Discord, and hopefully I won't have to change up the audio in the stream. But by no means, I'm able to narrate quite a bit right now. But when I start playing with them, there'll be a little less narration while I cooperate with them. Let's pull around the corner because there's a gas station right by this corner. This is the town of Brenna or Brina. I don't remember how it's actually pronounced, but it's a convenient town for getting things that you're looking for. Oh, someone's dropped into Discord. Let me check something real quick. Hello, Discord.
I can hear you.
Okay. This is Ben. He was one of the ones that was like a brother to Asa, and he and James are probably going to be dropping in, and we're going to be causing mayhem and ridiculousness. Hopefully the Discord voices won't cause an echo in this stream. We'll just have to test it and see how it goes. So yeah, I like to stop in this area every time I come through this city because this little military-ish area. So Ben, when I was through Brenna earlier, I had the great fortune of landing a complete Cobra SMG kit with silencer.
That's incredible.
It's one of the cooler guns in this game for just one shot popping Zeds in the head, and ridiculously lucky to find it just sitting around completely assembled.
I love it. James is going to hop on soon as well.
Good, good. I'm currently in Brina, and if you guys are you guys in the same spot right now, or did you get that lucky to wind up in the same spot?
We ended up at Tarnow.
Ah, okay. Did you guys find the stash that I left for you there?
We found a tent and a partially functional vehicle.
Yes.
Together.
Yes, yes. In that tent is a bunch of stuff entirely for you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was lucky
Thank
enough.
you.
Well, there's no way I could like use it all myself. So I went through the closest military base, which hopefully we'll get to go to tonight. I'll just start making my way there right now. But we can all go to the military base and you guys can finish kitting out. I'm hoping that the weapons from the weapons mod that I installed show up. And those guns show up in the game because they're amazing sauce.
Indeed. I have not seen any yet, but I have not gotten that far. I don't think we've made it quite to the heavy military areas yet.
No, I haven't seen any either. So I have no proof that any of the mods are actually working except for the gore one that creates the impressive blood mist spray.
The proof of that is in and around your face and eyes every time you swing something at a zombie.
Yeah, and the ridiculous pool on the ground afterwards.
West of Tarnow, there is, near a tower, there is a fully usable BDU camo Humvee that just needs repair, needs parts.
Oh my gosh, you guys found a Humvee already.
Yeah.
So the Humvees in the game, not too long ago we had this same server up, and that's right after the Humvees actually came into the game. And unfortunately, when they were first in the game, they were a bit buggy, and James actually didn't like driving them very much because they were pretty crap. But they've, of course they've patched it since then, so I'm curious to see how functional they are. When I got one for myself after he got one, and then I drove it around for a while, and even with the bugs, it was a lot more resilient than the other vehicles, which was pretty cool.
I have yet to drive one, but James more or less said the same thing, actually.
Yeah, it's it was way past due to be in the game because you could see the wrecks of the Humvees all around, and people were like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we just had those?" And finally, they add them, and even though they were a bit buggy, they still were a bit tougher than the other stuff you drive around because, as you remember, the how frail the vehicles can be in this game. Just bumping into a tree slightly can sometimes cause you an hour of work. So.
Yes, it can. So you got wheels?
Yes, I have a glorious. I'm going to call it the Gray Ghost. It's a flat gray Olga. Steers like a cow and has lots of rust, but it's complete. And I'm on my way to Tarnow right now.
Fantastic. I can see it in the distance, and I believe James logged out just south of it.
Oh, that Hummer?
The Hummer is west of Tarnow. There's like a big watchtower, and it's near that.
All right, well, I'm famously horrible with directions, so you guys can just lead me there.
Yeah, no problem. If we meet in Tarnow, we can go over there.
Yeah, there's I don't know if you saw in Tarnow or not, but there's a Humvee wreck there that has a usable tire sitting right next to it.
We may need that.
We learned something interesting about the big cargo trucks you find in the game the last time we had a private server. Those cargo trucks have an interesting inventory system, and they're extremely useful if you are building a base, because they have mass storage for things like wooden boards and wooden planks that don't count towards the vehicle's inventory. And also, there's racks on them for spare tires, and the spare tires also don't count towards the main inventory. So they can hold massive amounts if you're building a
like
base.
external racks or whatever.
Yeah. The only caveat to it is they're absolutely fucking miserable to drive. They're miserable. You have to switch gears constantly. Otherwise, you over-rev the engine and blow up the spark plug. So, I mean, blessing and a curse. They're amazing for holding everything that you need. And they're kind of tough, but miserable to drive.
Yeah, well, are they just slow, or is it handling, or both?
Just that transmission thing where you literally spend like 1 second in first gear, and then you immediately have to switch to second gear, and then third and fourth. You have to, and then gearing down. So they're very slow to get up to speed, very slow to slow down, but extremely useful in many ways.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Wouldn't be bad to find one of those.
Yeah, and I've been to some of the usual spots, but they do kind of a random spawning deal with the vehicles in the game these days. And so, like, if you find a repairable hatchback or something somewhere, it might not spawn there again for a while. So,
Oh, I see.
So I've been to some of the usual spots where I usually find the trucks, and I haven't found one yet. Okay, I am in Tarno by that tent and the hatchback.
Roger that. I can see it, not too far in the distance. I should be there in a couple minutes. James also texted me and said he's just getting his Wi-Fi set up, and then he'll be on.
Righto. Do you want me to come pick you up where you're at, or I'm horrible with
Negative. I'm kind of on the outskirts of Tarno, so I'm really not too far.
Okay. I'm just going to clear Zed's from by the car and such. I have no idea how long my voice is going to last, since I already did 2 hours and it was all for nothing.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, if we'd like a steak dinner with this stream, I do hear a cow in the distance.
Yeah, there's cows, and they die nicely and produce more meat than you can cook in 15 to 20 minutes in this game. Another interesting thing that I learned when I had the server before, I always felt like I was sort of lacking in DayZ knowledge, but with all the time that we've spent in it, I felt like I just didn't know enough. So I ended up learning a bit. And one of the interesting things that I learned from my YouTubering is, if you have raw meat in your inventory, it actually keeps for a very, very long time. It doesn't rot. So it gives you lots of time to cook it. Once you cook it, then when you have cooked meat in your inventory, then it starts
I see.
decaying. But
Starts the timer.
people were very panicky about having the raw meat in their inventory, going, "Oh, it's gonna go bad. I gotta go cook it." Now they made it so that it lasts a bit longer than it probably should, just so you can get to the point of cooking it. And then if you smoke it instead of cooking it, if you put it on one of the things that allows you to smoke meat, then that meat lasts a very, very long time in your inventory.
Noted. I'm gonna have to do some of that, I guess.
I think when I was playing for my stream that went to crap, I do have some baked meat also. So if you guys are starving out, I'll have food available and stuff.
James was slaughtering the entire populace of chickens earlier. We fed up pretty good on that.
Yeah, we got in the habit of doing that whenever we could possibly do it, because we just got tired of starving.
Yeah.
You just have to remember, if you're not wearing gloves, you have to wash your hands.
Yeah, giving yourself dysentery and worms and whatever else.
Yeah, we kept doing that, not understanding why. Oh, that's why. Oh no, the spare tire that was sitting here by this Humvee is gone. It must have gone away on the last restart. I think we had one restart earlier, so I think we're still another 4 hours from a restart, so we should be okay. I discovered that even though I set the server to give warnings when the restart was going to happen, it's not. So I have to talk to them about why it's not happening.
So it just goes poop all of a sudden?
Yeah, it happened earlier on my failed stream. Um, I suddenly lost connection with the server, and then when I came back, it was daylight. So the server it restarted for a routine restart without giving the warnings that it was told to give. So I hope it's
I
not
see.
I hope it's not one of the mods that's causing that not to happen. Okay.
I did find, what's that? Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't actually. I was just mumbling because I'm back on the march to make sure that all the Zeds here locally are dead, so we don't get a surprise.
Thank you for that. I did find one item that's going to come in handy to ring in the purpose behind this stream, this night.
Oh yeah.
I'll give it to you when I get there.
Over the next few days, you know me, I always like to make a community base so that people have a place to always fall back to or come grab
Sure.
shit or whatever. On the next few days, I'm going to be on the hunt for where I want to actually put that. And I'll get you guys' input, like where you think would be good, that wouldn't be too hard to get to for people that get screwed over and die and have to start over with new
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Are the spawn points the same in this server, essentially?
I think so. The last time we played, kind of. We were mostly used to Chernarus, and then we started playing Livonia, and it took some getting used to. But you do sometimes get spawned somewhere pretty remote, and so you have to make your way back in towards quote unquote civilization.
Yeah.
But we learned sort of how to get to the better spots, and so those better spots is kind of what I'm wanting input about. It's like, well, what would be the best spot to put a community base so people could get to it a little easier after they die, and not have to travel too far on foot if nobody's playing that can come pick them up in a car or whatever. We'll figure it out, and I probably just want to keep the DayZ server up this time. So we always end up going back to it. So I figure just keep the damn thing.
Okay.
There's one of the mods is an advanced base building mod, so you're not stuck just making everything out of wood walls.
Oh, like other parts or other components, if you will?
Yes, basically walls made out of other stuff. And I hope it's working. It had great reviews, had many subscriptions, so I'm assuming it still works. If it's not, I'll have to just talk to the server hosting people and say, hey, why is this mod not working when it works for everyone else?
Yeah. Hopefully it just works.
I had nothing but good experiences so far with GTX Gaming. GTX Gaming does a good job with the servers, and they are very quick to respond to support. So hats off to them. But
That is a positive.
yeah, because we've as you remember, we've had a few that wasn't the case.
Yeah, at least a few.
If you see someone wandering around in the commissar hat and a bright blue backpack, don't shoot it. That's me.
As long as you don't try and bite me, I won't shoot you.
Yeah, that's I don't know the bite key or if there even is one. I'm gonna bite anyway. It'd be hilarious if you could act like a zombie in the game. It'd be great.
They need to give you the ability to like go into a zombie stance to just pretend to be one.
It'd be great for the PvPers, yeah. I'm also on the lookout for a mod because this is a private server and we don't have people from the public coming in and being douche nozzles and coming in with hacks, cheats, and just being general jerks.
Yeah.
You don't have as much challenge, and you get used to killing the Zeds a lot. So James and I are both on the, and you could help too if you want, on the lookout for a mod that won't crash the server, that actually works and presents some more challenges. I tried a few where it added monsters and mutants and some pretty beastly stuff that would just pop up randomly and try to kill you. But unfortunately, those crashed the server because they were no longer working. So I'm on the lookout for something that presents some additional challenges and stuff.
All right, I'll keep my eye out. I've never looked for anything like that for DayZ because I've always focused on fighting people again with the public servers.
Yep. And we had our fun with that too. Oh, we've already got respawn. Wow. Point blank to the forehead. There was one mod I almost installed. It was a mod where all of a sudden you would hear an air raid siren, and then you would get bombed from the air. You only had a certain amount of time to get in cover or whatever, and sometimes that wouldn't even save you. I don't remember what the name of the mod was, but we were kind of irritated before when we'd be at a military base, and all of a sudden one of the poisonous nukes would hit, where if you got any of the gas in you, you would just start bleeding from various parts of your body and die.
Oh, that green gas.
Yeah, unless you had NBC gear, total NBC gear. Which we started accumulating just so that we didn't have to worry about it. So I think with that irritation, maybe I wouldn't add more air bombing stuff. At least not till I talked to everybody that was going to be playing.
Yeah, you know, at Halloween, they did have temporarily those glowing zombies that were insanely scary and tough. I'm not sure if there's a way to add those back in, since they're like organic assets to DayZ. They were just temporary.
There was one that I tried that was mutants, which was like Zeds that had been mutated even more by the radiation. But I couldn't tell if that was one of the mods that was causing the server not to work, so I just took it out. It looked cool, but it was an older mod. It wasn't like, you know, even 4 out of 5 stars. I think it was like a 3-star rated mod, so it may not have worked very well for people. Looked
Maybe a little unstable, but pretty.
No, I just found a canteen for somebody. Yeah.
I have one, but I think James doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in the tent if there's room. Or in the trunk of the fixable hatchback here. Horrible thing about this hatchback is that it needs so much. It needs 2 tires, and I think it needs some engine components too. Oh no, I was wrong. It's got a pristine spark plug, battery, radiator, and I think I already filled the radiator with water. So
it just needs tires?
Yeah. DayZ, so doors are optional. If you want to get killed more, have no doors. It's cool.
Do you remember one time, a long time ago, we were driving without doors and got attacked by a bear, and it essentially did a drive-by swiping on us and killed me out of the vehicle.
A little paw scooping of human tissue.
Pretty much.
I'm going to hold off on looting through the police station because I feel like I'm really well kitted out. I'm going to leave all of that stuff for you guys. I was lucky enough to get one trip through part of a military area.
I did just come from the military area up there where that Humvee was, so I don't know what James is looking like as far as what he's picked up. up on you here.
Yep.
Nice car.
Yeah, steers a bit like a cow, but yep, does the job.
All right, you ready to go cow hunting?
Oh my god, you found a grenade launcher. Holy Jesus.
Oh, here. This is, we can end the stream with this, or you can rather, if you'd like to.
Okay. That'll be a good time. We're going to have to get in the windows and barricade up. The fireworks launchers will bring all the boys to the yard.
Yep.
Do you have food? Do you need food?
I have tactical bacon.
Oh, good.
So tactical and salty.
Good, good, good. Oh, another thing with the Zegor mod, not only do you have more blood and everything, but the bodies will start to draw swarms of flies.
Oh, they like decompose or whatever?
Well, they just draw a bunch of flies for a little while before they despawn, just to annoy everyone. Fantastic.
Good. I like that mod. That was a good choice that you made.
I watched, you know, being a medically retired person, I have the luxury of a little more time than most, so I went through some of the videos and found for 2023 what mods are actually working and decent to use, and there was, of those, the Zegor, and I chose a clothing mod, a weapons mod, and the Zegor mod. Those are all currently working on current builds, so.
I like it.
I just found a splitting axe, a wood cutting axe. I'm going to lay by the water source for anybody that wants it.
Okay, I just put a few things in the car here as well.
Yeah, we need to find wheels for that thing so that there's a second car in play for everybody that needs it. I kind of got tired of the hatchbacks, but they're useful. You can always find parts for the, I think it's supposed to be a VW Jetta hatchback or something. I think, whatever their cars are supposed to be in this game. VW Rabbit.
You're just collecting things to the center.
Yeah. Feel free to hit that police station. I didn't go through it. So I figured you guys would enjoy it more or need it more.
I'm putting the fireworks in the car so that they're preserved.
Oh, good. Excuse me. The item persistence is quite a bit better than what we're used to. A lot of the things that you place in something are going to go and last for many, 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 many restarts. If you leave them in the wild, in the open, especially by something where the Zeds respawn or an item respawns, those will go away after a restart or two. But if you're putting them in something, they persist for quite a long time now.
That's good to hear. That was kind of always an issue.
Yeah, it was weird trying to figure out what type of container would make things last and still be there the next time you log in. The flag system, where you plant a flag and a flagpole and make a base, the persistence there is also better, where things last quite a lot longer than they used to, and you don't have to, it's not so glitchy. You don't have to worry about showing up and one day your base is just gone.
Yeah.
And I think it's 45 actual days. So 45 actual server days if the number's still the same. And as long within that 45 days, as long as you get your flag hoisted back in the air, your base persists. So.
And that's a notable amount of time too.
That's an awful long time. I certainly never had to worry about any of the ones that we built this last time. Excuse me. My throat's not going to make it. Oh, my character's suddenly starving. Perhaps I should eat something.
You could have this rice too. I'm okay.
I have plenty. I was looking at getting you guys kitted out because I'm the one that has more time than you guys do.
Yeah. Well, that's nice of you.
Oh, I hear Zeds again. It sounds like they might actually be in the police station. I can't tell where they are.
I do hear a chicken in the distance, but I can't tell where the Zeds are. Or a rooster, that is.
Yeah, I think they might actually be in the police station. So I'm going to go in and make sure that we don't have any undead occupants. Yep, I'm standing right here facing a wall. Oh, and there's more. Oh, they put one in jail. I put some extra guns and stuff in there. I don't remember if it was the car or the tent, but if you need help with ammo, I've got some on me. Okay, I think that's all the Zeds that was in here.
The only ammo that I have not been able to find is 308.
Oh, do you need some 308?
Yeah, I have none for my rifle.
Okay then, I'm going to put some 308 in this car. I'm not going to try dropping it on the ground because sometimes that still makes it go goodbye-bye.
Yeah, sometimes it goes poof.
Alright, 2 rounds. Oh god, I thought I had more than that. Oh, I did. Okay, well I didn't have much. I put 5
okay.
rounds. 5 rounds in the trunk. That's all you get, I'm afraid.
Oh, thank you. No problem. Do you need some black assault boots that are in good condition? They hold a knife. That's why they're good.
I'm wearing, I'm wearing hunter boots, and those are normally really good, so...
They are. I'm going to put these in the truck in case James or Cody wants them.
Yep.
Or the car, if you will.
Yep. We might be able to get Jake to play. I've been trying to figure out who else to invite this time around.
Yeah.
I'm going to wander down the street here and see if there's any wheels on these hatchbacks over here across the street.
Copy that. I'll go in to the other side of the town a little bit.
For some reason, wheels are harder to acquire this time around. I don't get it, but whatever.
I wonder if there's certain areas that spawn more wheels.
Yeah, you used to find more. Oh, chicken! Sorry, chicken. Not really, but whatever, yeah. Your sacrifice will feed many.
I found a dried zucchini.
The world is saved. Dale, I'm so sorry. I should have been keeping a closer eye on chat. Hello, Dale. Dale's a longtime friend of mine from. I met him when I did a short stint in Palo Alto. Friends of friends. Hello, Dale. Again, I'm sorry that I didn't see you pop in the channel. Apologize. You folks popping in chat, I'll try to make a better effort to keep an eye. I've got the chat channel open on a second screen, so... Excuse me. Dang it. Between the air conditioning and already streaming 2 hours today, my voice is, woohoo! Good times. Dale is for everyone watching now and everyone watches later. Dale is a comic artist, and he has really cool comics based on Star Trek, sci-fi. His art style is really, really cool. When I was playing the game Star Trek Online, I was pitching that comic at people to go check out. It takes place in a really cool era of Star Trek. But very, very cool artwork, very cool stories. Dale, feel free to pitch links in there in chat so that people can find your comics, for sure. Oh, James, you are there. You are alive, James. You can do it. You can make your machinery work. We believe in you.
What ammo type are you collecting and using yourself, Comp?
Surprisingly, I'm almost out of 380, which is what I try to use most of the time because it's so readily available, but I've used up a whole bunch of it, so I do actually need some.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out.
Okay, you're looting. I just saw you, so now I know what direction you're looting down the street. I'm gonna go the other way.
Yep.
I'll go down the road away from you and hang a left by the police station and go loot down that way.
Okay, I mean, currently I'm picking mushrooms, but I will be looting through here.
Fantastic. When James gets in, we can all jump in a vehicle and go to a military base or something and try not to get bombed by gas.
That's the important part.
Yes, Dale, very, very true. But yeah, please do feel free to put a link in there for people to go to. Any of my streams, you're more than welcome to throw links in there and pitch those comics. I just found one of those says unknown food can. Mystery meat.
Need to give it the sniff test before you eat it.
Use only in emergencies.
Oh.
Do you need gloves? I picked up gloves to give. I meant to put it in the car.
I've got some wool gloves on right now.
Okay, I have working gloves, and I thought I had some combat gloves, but I guess I don't. So I have some working gloves if you want those.
Okay.
I assume better.
Probably. One would think better.
Let's see. Pardon me and my stupid coughing. James, you can, but probably shouldn't. Oh boy. Whoop. Never have a combat by your car with a sledgehammer. Ah, respawn. Take that, Seds. Box of 5.4 by... Yeah, I have so much ammo for 5.45 right now. Hopefully, if we
Need an AK-74.
Yeah, if we could make it to the mill base tonight, holy cow, somebody with a 5.45 will be not needing ammo for a long time. Oh! Scorpion bait. How did I miss? There we go. Damn it, I'm down to like 4 rounds of 380. I can't believe it's been so rare this time around. It's like the most common ammo. For the viewers that are going to end up playing this game, one of the advantages of having a gun where you can do those headshots like that is that any gear they're carrying doesn't get damaged by them getting killed. Of course, except for the headwear. But like this guy's vest on this zombie is in good condition. It's just in worn condition. And that doesn't happen when you have to beat them about the head, neck, face, and shoulders to make them die.
Yeah, I looted all the way down to this end with no luck on tires or anything majorly useful.
Yeah, Dale, in response to the coughing thing, yeah, I have esophagus problems anyway, and then recently I switched what I make my prop replicas out of that I've been making, and I was really loving it. My health only lets me craft for an hour or two tops, often less than that. But sometimes I get impatient and I don't use all the precautions. So if I sand something and breathe a little dust, it just makes everything all the more miserable. And then it turned warm and humid here, and all of the plants are freaking out, and people mowing their lawns. And then, of course, I'm talking a lot, doing live streaming. I also had an interview with a person who wrote a book about Michael Jackson, and he found out about me and Asa in our time with Michael Jackson, and wanted to talk to us about our good experiences and stuff. And so that was hours of talking, and my voice, yeah, I'm gonna work myself into a wonderful case of laryngitis, I'm sure. God, my character is starving again. For those that have shown up in the chat, it doesn't always give me an accurate count of the number of people in chat. I found it to be horribly inaccurate at times, because sometimes it'll say no one is there, and then people are talking. So for those in chat that are coming in after my intro, on the banner of my YouTube channel, there are there's 3 charities at the top, and those are the focus of today's stream, today's memorial stream for Asa. My son that passed away from the long-term effects of cancer and cancer treatment. And twice a year I do these streams to remember him and do something good in his name. And that's part of my dedication as his father. I told myself shortly after he passed that I was going to do that. every year on the anniversary of his birthday and the anniversary of his passing, I would do some kind of a gathering. And since I'm all the way across the United States these days, from most of the people that we knew, I do online gatherings like these, and people can watch them at the time or watch them later. But please do give to one of those charities if you can. If you can't, that's cool too. I get it. Everybody is where they're at, and that's okay. And those links, my channel is not monetized. I don't make any money from this. I don't want to be monetized. Those links will take you to external donation sites. The money does not go through me in the slightest. So feel free. The focus of this stream's charities is St. Jude's and the North American Armor and Cavalry Museum in Fort Moore, which used to be Fort Benning. And then lastly, a local charity. I'm finally able to do something for a local charity. I've been wanting to do that, which is Brightpoint, which helps people with older houses to modernize their energy techniques and their energy techniques, their energy type in their houses, replace older, more dangerous and heavy energy consuming heating and cooling systems, and replace old insulation with newer, better insulation, which helps people to be able to afford to live in those cities, but also takes a lot of energy load off of an entire community's power grid. Really cool group of people. They help people in a lot of ways. They helped me, and they made it so that I could afford my home here in Fort Wayne, and survive a lot more easily as a person on limited income. So those are all very, very worthy charities to give to. Pick one, give to one. If you can't, that's cool. Yeah. And if you do make a donation, I always love it when somebody makes a donation in honor of Aza in some way. You could just say, I know people watching this stream are probably like, he's running in circles. That's because I'm talking and trying to remember things at the same time and looking out for Zeds respawning in our area that we're working in. But if you can mention in your donation to people that it was about Aza Woods, or the Aza Woods' 7th annual memorial stream, something, whatever, if you want to, that'd be cool. I like that. I should really stop talking for a while because my voice is going to completely tank. And wow. Yeah, Dale. The St. Jude's is long-time donation point for me. As you may remember, I used to be a Star Wars stormtrooper for charity, and I used to physically go and help bring in more crowds and help the charity crowds have a good time, draw more people into the event. And since the health has been lousy, I haven't been able to do that as much. So what I do now is I make sci-fi and sci-fi props, fantasy props, prop replicas of antique guns, sometimes armor, and they all go into my collection, and then at some point eventually I let something go from my collection and sell it on my Etsy page, and I give a portion of those sales to St. Jude's every time, and that's how I am able to still do something towards charity, at least close to helping as much as I used to. Ben, did you take notice, there's a fire station down the way here?
Actually, just left it a moment ago.
Okay, good. As long as you knew it was there, because...
I got an axe.
Oh, you lucky dog.
There's another one in there. I just couldn't carry the other one.
I'm going to go get it, because I have almost... Yeah, my sledgehammer's about to die, so... I'm going to go get it.
Okay. I'm still right out. I'm still outside the building itself.
We also discovered that, oh no, I'm out of stowing kits. I can't fix my clothes. We found out that the firefighter gear is good for heat, water, everything. Basically, it doesn't get affected by any of the elements. Insulated, etc. that chicken there and come back for it, because I can't carry much more. Killed yet another chicken.
At least I got chicken.
No. I think it's time to surrender this old police hat.
Is it destroyed?
No, the hats never get bothered, but they're not exactly the best for rain and stuff.
Oh.
No, I'm putting it in the wrong spot. I'm an idiot. There we go. Put on the hat. There. Now I have a firefighter's helmet on. That makes my head relatively indestructible.
There's actually two axes over here, by the way.
Good. If you see stuff sitting out in the roadway, I'm still doing the same thing I've always done. If it's something I think somebody can use, I just take it out and dump it on the roadway. And it actually persists for a while.
Roger that. Much appreciated.
There's a fuel can, a jerry can sitting out there. Those are always useful. And
I saw the jerry can, yeah. I saw a raincoat as well.
And it will probably persist on the road for about a week. I heard Zed, but he's not showing himself. I'm in the building now, by the way, so...
I'm in the... Yeah, I see it right there. So on the stairs back here is the axe. Right here.
So what do we learn from DayZ? If you're ever forced to endure a zombie apocalypse, always raid the fire station.
Fire station, police station, always.
Let's see, I need to put that...
I'm going to run back towards the water fountain to use that, or the well, if you will.
I'm going to throw this almost broken sledgehammer out into the field so it will despawn faster, and no one will pick it up and try to use it. Except I've forgotten how to throw things.
G is in golf, and then click.
Oh, but you have to hold it, don't you? You have to hold G, because if you hold G, that drops it where you are.
Right, if you hold G, it drops it, and if you tap G, it readies it to throw, and then you click and throw it.
Yes, I had totally forgotten. Are my pants destroyed? Did I let them get... they're badly damaged and drenched. Man, I need to find repair kit. Sewing kit. Or a new pair of pants. Which I think I put some in... Oh! There's a Zed stuck on top of the storage sheds outside the fire station. Poor Zed.
That's probably who was making the noise.
They do tend to scream a lot when they're up there. Usually when I play DayZ, I just run around in firefighter gear all the time. For me, it's proven to be the toughest, and I know it doesn't hold as much gear as the military stuff does, and that's kind of a bummer. But it's so resilient. Damn, there's another firefighter axe out here. There's 3 of these things out here. I looked for quite a long time the other night, like an hour, and I never found one. It's my favorite mowing weapon.
They work pretty well, and then you can survive with them as well.
Yes, multi-purpose. I actually picked up 2, and I'm going to drop one in the tent there, I think. Dale, yeah, surprisingly, the fireman's hat is one of the tougher head coverings in the game. Though you can find, at the military bases, you can find ballistic helmets. Those are pretty cool, too. The game actually has a system of insulation, so some of them are insulated as well. Not all the military stuff's insulated, but the fireman stuff is. Hello, Mr. Zombie Man. ridiculously tough. I hit him 3 times from behind with a fireman's axe above the shoulders. I'm surprised there. Oh, we got respawn around the tents and stuff.
Oh man, the respawn's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, I've noticed in the downtowns it is it's a little bit heavier. Downtown areas. Yep. Anything? No? Okay. Stay focused. There's room in here. And I must eat something. Time for tactical bacon.
There's never not a good time for tactical bacon.
Dale, yeah, I agree. We have missed each other too often. Mostly my fault because I hardly give enough warning most of the time. Chickens are screaming at me. That means I have to die.
Answer their call.
Yeah, I'm running out of space because I'm being an idiot with my inventory again. So I need to stop and fix things. And I need to use duct tape to fix my raincoat. The never-ending uses of duct tape. That's my bag. It's badly damaged. Let's fix it too. I think I'm gonna have to swap out the pants. The cargo pants is dying. Are there pants? Are there decent pants? Check. Check. Oh, hell, that's ruined. Might as well take it out. Goodbye, pants. Yikes, I'm about to be a pantsless survivor. I mean, you can still wear it after it's destroyed, but if you take it off even once, you can never get it back on again.
And it's done.
Yep. I can't believe how little 380 ammo I've found. It's ridiculous.
On a total of 5 rounds I've got here for you, but 5 like going through the whole plate.
Wow. Alright, I think I've cleared out enough Zeds that it's relatively free in this Zed-free operating area. Did you go through the police station yet?
Negative.
I'm gonna go ahead and go through it just in case I find some 380.
Honestly, that's a good place to find it, I would assume, given that the other ones spawn in there.
It's been the best place to find it ever, just this time around, for some reason, not. I've been through like 4 police stations so far since I started playing on the new server and barely found. I found 1 box, that's it. Do you have a functional vest?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I got a field vest.
Oh, found another scorpion. Oh, it's in horrible shape. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, I found one of the press vests that's a ballistic vest also. I think I shall save these for someone. Whoop. Anthony, hello. Welcome to our zany adventures during our life celebration stream of my son Asa Woods. Thank you for joining, coming along. There are links in the banner of my channel for some charities to donate to. Please don't try to give me any money. I'm not monetized. It's just for the charities. And where am I going to put this damn vest? I'm being a horrible hoarder. Oh, there's room here. Back to the hunt for 380 ammunition. So I can merrily pluck the brains from wandering Zeds with my scorpion.
That's a good way to describe 380 people in the head, or Zeds anyway.
Just politely plucking brains from them.
Pretty accurate.
I heard a notification. Oh. Thank you, Jason, and hello. I think that's what it said. No, that was a while back. A few seconds back. Anthony. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong end of the list. Hello. And thank you. Hello again. And thank you for subscribing. Now you can be notified of all of my tomfoolery that I do occasionally on YouTube for good causes. Once again, the most common ammunition in the game, I get none.
That's crazy.
I was going to hang around here until James could hop on. Who knows what's he may have had wondrous technical difficulties and won't be able to make. I don't know. I hope he can come in.
He is functional, but he's having to re-download all the mods.
Oh no! Oh my.
Yep.
Poor dude. I may have to switch to a different gun just to. So weird. I'm so used to having so much 380 ammo. Alright, let's wander up to this clinic. By chance, did you loot this nearby clinic that's up the road a ways?
Negative. I have not hit the clinic yet. I've only hit the fire station.
So I'm sure at some point one of us is going to need the loving touch of antibiotics. So I'm going to see. Or I guess it's a market, not a clinic. I'm an idiot.
There is a clinic up there, though, that I ran past.
Oh, hunter vests. Those are good for capacity, but until we get a base together, I've just got so much stuff gathered up. And I'd love to get that little hatchback running too.
I'd love to get the Hummer running.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, it takes a special type of Sorry, let me catch up with the chat here.
Where are you?
Oh, thank you, Anthony. Yeah, DayZ has come a long way, man. They have. I mean, we played it all the way back when it was kind of miserable to play, and it was fairly new game, super early alpha, and they've really taken it a long ways, and with all the mods also and all the different gameplay modes for DayZ, we've gone back to this game so many times over the years. It's a good time. It's hard to find the super realistic types of survival games like these where it has Arma level graphics and physics and gun usage and it's kind of hardcore survival mode is fun to dive into sometimes. DayZ's a good time.
I'm now at the actual clinic.
Oh, okay. Um, I think I was about to say, Ben, the Hummers take a special type of spark plug called a glow pack, and
Oh, okay.
unfortunately they are almost as fragile as the regular spark plug. So if you well, yes and no, because the the Humvee, one of the great things about having one is that it's an automatic transmission. You don't shift. So you don't ever like over rev your engine. So you just don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that. So even if you have a badly damaged globe pack, it's going to last a long time because you're not going to over rev the engine. So it has normal degradation properties.
That sounds pretty nice. I mean, I've never driven one, so I don't have the handle, but it sounds good.
They're okay. Like I was saying earlier, they were kind of funky in the beginning, but that's all right. Things usually are when they're new. It was I thought it was all right. I oddly in those early days, I did get one stuck on an incline that was absolutely no problem for almost any car. It was so weird. I literally could not get it to reverse out of this. I parked it on an incline, and it refused to do reverse gear to get out of it. It was just a simple funky glitch in the game. But if you see it, if you kind of see it from the outside, you're like, almost any car could back up that hill. What's going on? And yet it was a Humvee and it couldn't back up the hill. But it was the early days of the Humvee and DayZ. We'll hang out in this area for a little bit longer. And I'll take the opportunity during the streams. I like to stop every once in a while. Oh crap! And a respawn. Come here. Get away from my car. There. During these streams, I like to stop every once in a while and talk about the person that we are remembering as part of the stream and honoring. So Asa, by the time he was 23 years old, he was already succeeding me in every way, and I wanted that. He there was a thing, especially from my era of growing up, from my childhood. There was that thing where people were like, "Oh, they're a spitting image of their dad," or they want their kids to be just like them. I never wanted Asa to be just like me. I wanted him to be the unique person that he was, and I wanted him to be better than me. I wanted him to be his own person and succeed me in every way. And he did, and he was. He was a far better human being than I may ever be, and a far better human being than I ever saw most people in this world ever become. He even from just 8 years old, he often had more thoughts for others than he did for himself. He was a very selfless person. despite having gone through neuroblastoma stage 4D cancer as a 2-year-old, despite all the horrible things that beset him as a person. And people would say things like, "Oh well, that was because of your influence," and I argue that um, I I can't say that he was the way he was because of my upbringing and the things I tried to teach him. He seemed to go beyond that, and he had a great mom as well. His mom Brenda, um, she was just a great mom, and she filled in all the gaps in his life that I missed or couldn't find. And even though Brenda and I didn't work out, she was a great mom to him his whole life, starting age 8. Um, and you know, uh, I neither of us really could take all the credit for how he turned out because somehow magically he was this old soul person that his he was having intellectual conversations with me at twice his age and often surpassing me, and we would talk about quantum mechanics. We would talk about so many things, especially towards that last 7 months in the hospital when we'd go for our nightly walks. We would just sit and talk about everything. And you know uh, so he's when I do these these uh, these things twice a year, that's only some of the ways that I feel that he deserved to be honored and remembered. The person that he was, uh, the world was robbed of what they would have seen from him. I truly, truly think that he would have done great things, announced or otherwise. Um, it's too bad that the world lost him when it did. And I know I'm not the only parent in the universe that has lost a child. I know I'm not the only one who's ever lost someone. But and everybody thinks that their kid is special and unique, and they are in their own ways. But I'm telling you, this was a human being that had somehow surpassed all the things that his parents installed in him, all the things that people usually learn in life. He had wisdom in ways and things that he said that were so far beyond someone his age, and it would have been completely remarkable to see uh, what he would have become and what he would have done and all the things that he had yet to say and had theories about and beliefs about. He was one of those people that is just a complete loss to this world. Uh, because we didn't get to keep him, and you know, that's I'm not just saying that because I'm his parent. I'm not just saying that because I was his best friend his whole life. I'm saying that because it's all true. So, yeah, and Zaza.
It's 100% true.
Charming, disarming, um, clever, got a thousand things, so many things. I could just go on and on. Uh, even though he lost years of growth to bone marrow transplant, and he was never a tall guy, never weighed very much. He had hearing issues, which affected his speech. If you knew him, you loved him. Period. Uh, yeah. Not only did he overcome so many of the challenges that kids like him faced, uh, he was incredible. He became beyond what somebody his age always was. Uh, and 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 yeah, that's Asa Woods. He's worth every bit of tribute that we can ever pay for him. And I'm going to stop there before I go to tears because that already happened when I was talking to the guy for the podcast for the book about Michael Jackson. So, yep. Uh, Ben, one thing to look out for in the game, now that I'm thinking about it, if you bleed and you bleed down to a low level, life is miserable for a while in DayZ. It takes a long time to recover blood levels in the game now. Like a really long time. And maybe it was that way before and I just didn't notice it. But we noticed the last time we played on a server that recovering a full blood level was awful. It took so long. Okay. For people trying to watch me play DayZ, they're not seeing much because I kind of hover around the same area, so I'm going to go venture out a little bit. Every once in a while I have to remind myself to go to places that I haven't been. Just start walking in a direction that I know I haven't been to before. And in Livonia, there's a lot of that left, even though we've spent quite a few hours here. It's a big map, and they put tons of stuff in it. Like some of these houses back here that I'm running into. Unless you wander back this way, you don't even see them. More chickens taunting me. Good glory, I found a potato.
Don't forget to peel it.
Now I just have to find a French fry maker. I'm kidding, there's no French fry maker. Don't look for a French fry maker. I could try to find a mod for a French fry maker. No, I only have 2 bullets left in my Scorpion. Bleh.
I have 5 for you, but that doesn't help a lot.
Not much. Uh-oh. I found a skinny with no shirt on. I'm kind of scared. These Zeds with no shirts, they're frightening. Oh, screaming. You stop your screaming. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a box of 12 gauge buckshot. Shotties are so hit and miss in this game, I feel like. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep it anyway, what the hell.
Kind of want to like go west to a military area or something, look for ammo.
Yeah, why don't we? And if James pops on after his downloads are done, then I'll run over and get him. It's fine. Let me get back to the.
I feel like if nothing else, just for the ammo. I mean, we're like zeroed out.
Yeah. I mean, your ammo usage really starts once you get a silencer, and then once you get a silencer, you'll shoot anything, anywhere. You're not afraid anymore, and so the ammo gets drained.
I have a suppressed pistol, and I've just gone through all my ammo for it.
Yeah, easy to do. Still, one of my favorite tools in this game is that 22 pistol that's already silenced. You don't have to put a silencer on.
Oh yeah.
And 22 ammo is usually very, very plentiful. You know. So I would just go around with that 22 pistol and clear entire towns of Zeds.
You can find 22 ammo in like every town too.
Yeah, usually. All right, I'm in the car, so whenever you get here, we can go.
Just making my way down that direction through the Zed.
Oh yeah.
No. Dang it. Ruined my backpack.
Oh, crap. Well, the good news is I have a really, really good one here. You'll love it. It's in good condition, and it's the biggest military pack. It's good stuff.
Okay. what happened was I put my backpack in my hands, and then I can't put it back on.
Yep, because it was ruined, yeah. And if you need the leather repair kits to fix a backpack, we have a couple.
I have one of each type of repair kit currently, but the zombie hit me, just broke it.
Yay! While you're on your way, I'm going to go AFK for a moment and get some more ice water for my wonderful throat.
Okay.
I will be back in a moment.
Roger.
Oh, actually, you still remember how to drive the cars, right? Have you done any of that since you've been back? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, in case you're back before I am, I'm gonna park myself in the passenger side.
Okay. I'm running back down that way.
And that way, if you get here before I'm done going AFK, you can just jump in the car and take us. Oh, you probably don't know where the big one is nearby, do you?
Military base?
Over by Kolombrowski.
Yeah, I do have the map memorized, at least with Livonia.
There's one right next to Kolombrowski that's really good to loot through.
Okay.
Anyway, be right back.
We shall go there. All right, no worries.
What? Okay, I am back, so I'm going to hop into the driver's seat.
I got the water I needed, and I grabbed one of the bigger backpacks, if that's okay.
All that stuff is for you guys. All of it.
Oh, danke. Just getting a little bit of water to hydrate, and then I'll be ready.
And I'm back on camera.
Good.
I'm doing herbal throat drops to try to prolong the use of my voice.
Oh, man.
All right, you're in. You're in. Let's get the hell out of here before any more respawn happens. That's right. Keep running into my car. I'm willing to bet a few $1 million that we'll get there to the base and get nuked with the chemical, like, right away.
The second we get there, we just get bled out by the gas.
It'll be, boom, green gas, choking to death, bleeding out of every orifice, horrible death. I was telling James, well, you guys heard me say that, you know, if you see any performance issues with the server, let me know. We can upgrade the server as needed. But I was having issues with the when I would drive, the car would do funky skipping in slideshow and flipping around, almost like rubber banding from the old days.
Oh,
But today it hasn't been doing it. So
it's actually
just been
running really well right now.
Yeah, it may have just been my funky local internet connection because of all the storming. I need to find one of those bigger trucks. Well, I guess finding the right spot for a community base first, and then find one of the big trucks would be a good idea. Hello, all people in chat who I have not said hello to yet, for people who have come and gone, people watching later. At some point I should check the spark plug on this thing, because it really sucks when it just suddenly decides that it's dead and you're in the middle of wherever. Are you okay with starting on this end and then just kind of working the way down?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I figure that way, at least if the bomb hits, there's some chance we can flee. I don't know, maybe. Flee and bleed. I'm gonna do a little Z scooping before we get out.
Yeah, that's a good call. The
Oh,
conservation of ammunition.
Look at that backpack. That was not a big backpack.
Yeah, it was.
Where are you going, Slinky? Where are you going? Yes, chase us, please do. I have a reverse gear. Look. Okay, everybody form in. There we go. And backwards. There we go. This is called lawnmower tactic. Another one. Oh, come on. Will you just die?
Oh,
He's trying to hit us through the roof.
yeah.
There's another one coming, but we can pop out and kill him. I think there was another one coming.
He was in the back in the bushes there.
Yeah, he's hanging out being a creeper. Come here.
You got him?
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's the only customers we're gonna have. For now.
For now. Gonna see something really cool.
Yes, but there's an assault helmet on the water source.
Oh. Watching the trees over there.
Oh shit, what are you gonna... Oh no. Oh, smoke round!
Yeah, it ricocheted off a tree too, but yeah, it's a smoke round.
Oh wow. See, I never used the grenade launcher. I looted some, but I never used it. That's cool. Hopefully it'll draw a bunch of them out there too.
We shall see.
When you're back out here by this truck, I want to show you something.
Roger, coming back out momentarily.
Oh, I gotta find a pair of pants. You see any pants that are decent? Let me know.
Okay.
Change out.
Speaking of which, I'm going to give you these few 380 rounds too, before we get into the loot area.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put them in the car so they don't disappear.
Yeah, that's fine. Appreciate it. 5 more rounds of glee.
5 more heads pop.
Okay, so you see this little hatch that's hanging down here on the side?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually where the spare tire goes, and so there's one on each side.
Ah. Oh, I see that.
And it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
okay.
It doesn't count towards the inventory.
Okay, that's cool, honestly.
Yeah, because those take up immense amounts of space.
They do, they're huge, yeah, so that's cool. So you need pants, you need anything else?
No, just pants. I've been wearing these same cargo pants for forever, and I haven't had a sewing kit to fix them. In fact,
Pants and ammo.
I'm pretty sure. Well, they're still badly damaged.
I have half of a sewing kit. You want to use it?
No. Keep it for yourself, because if I'm having a hard time finding another one, that means it could happen to anyone. So.
I'm sure we're gonna find pants though.
Yeah. Are you going to the next area over there? Because I can bring the car over. I usually do.
I just went up to the left in the area that didn't look accessible for vehicle.
Okay, I'm gonna move the car up to that next building bit.
Okay.
I've gotten so scared of those bombs coming in that I just keep the car near me every time I'm at one of these bases.
Yeah, that's.
Get in the car.
There's some patrol pants up here. They're low insulation though. Do you want them?
Yeah, I mean, I've been wearing cargo pants, so I'm used to that.
Okay.
Coming in with a car, so watch out. I don't want to run anybody over. Except the Zeds. Oh, crap. Come here, idiot. Oh, good. He's standing in the door of the car. This is clearly a 380 situation. Boom. Didn't even have anything good. Trying to block me from getting in the car. Unbelievable. Open. I said open. I'm going to be reloading. I think you're nearby me. I hope that you're nearby me.
I'm in these garages.
Okay, cool. I'm going to be reloading a magazine for a moment.
Okay.
Crap. Let me do it this way. Bonk.
I'm got these pants here. I'm putting on the ground by the rear of the vehicle.
Thank you. 5 whole rounds of 380. I can conquer the world. Okay. Time for paints. Are you still using 308 or are you switched to a different gun?
I use 45 for my zombie pistol and 308 for my, oh god, there's a bear rifle.
A bear rifle? What?
Yeah, so this rifle is a, throwing pants in the bush.
Yeah, because if you leave them out here, they actually persist for a long time. If you throw them out in the wilderness, they seem to despawn faster.
That makes sense.
A bear rifle.
So this is for bears and wolves.
Oh my.
But then I have the pistol for zombies, so 45 and 308.
I wish I had more silencers to give you guys because, God, they're just an aggro magnet if you use them without a suppressor.
No, I know. If I fired up that 308, we'd have zombies catching economy flights from Hong Kong over here just to get to it.
Yeah, we would have we'd have Zeds from probably Alaska showing up.
Yeah, they'd be swimming from Malaysia to get to us.
Yeah. I'm tempted to switch to a military pack. It's just so convenient to fix these dry bags with duct tape.
Yeah.
That is a tempting one. I think I'll do it. I think I'll switch out for military gear. Well, no, not until I get a sewing kit. Once I get a sewing kit, I'll switch. But not until then. In fact, let me just fix mine right now.
I do have that half of one still, if you want it, that sewing kit.
Nah, save it for yourself. Holy cow! After all these uses, I finally ran out of duct tape? Amazing. I thought it lasted forever.
Seems like it sometimes.
Alright, where did you go to?
I'm just up at that next building looking for ammo.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the
That
car
next
up.
green building right there.
I'm gonna bring the car up.
Roger.
Now, not the building that you're in currently, but the next one past that. It is a shitstorm of Zed spawn. At least it was. At least it was a few months ago. It's kind of a little bit of a death trap. It may or may not be the same this time, but just forewarning.
With just the Zeds spawn and position and everything.
Yes. Because they're kind of hidden out in little nooks and crannies and stuff, and suddenly there's like 10 of them. So.
Okay.
Been killed there plenty-o times. Alright, the car's parked outside.
Roger that.
Da-ding! Who hath joined us in Discordio?
Adolf Hitler.
I hope not. You'd have to die before everyone.
I actually made it. What do you know?
Welcome James, another person who is like a brother to Asa, and slayer of many Zeds.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. This might be one of the new clothing items from the mod pack that we installed. Oh god, I wish I hadn't ruined that.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Me either, but I think this may be the first one. It's too bad I ruined it with my axe.
With the swing of your axe.
So it's an assault vest that you can, and I hadn't seen it in the game before, so hopefully I'm not just being delusional, but you can add other pouches and packs to it, but this particular one I haven't seen before. So I think it's one of the new bits. However, I ruined it. Good job. Me. If only I had more 380 bullets, I wouldn't be such a savage with the axe. James, where are you? Are you in Tarnow?
I think so, and I'm dying of dysentery.
Oh, no. Ben, are you okay with me going to get him, or do you want to go with?
Yeah, I'll just come back and hop in the car with you just so we're together.
I just saw his dad leap 40 feet through the air and land and keep running.
That means he likes you, so you should probably try to form some kind of a bond with him.
It would have been really terrifying if it wasn't in the distance and not towards me. Or it wasn't towards me. It would have been terrifying if it was towards me. Yeah, Ben, I'm in that like bombed industrial area that we were in before I left.
Oh, he's in Borak, which is
Okay. I see the sign for Tarnow.
southeast of us.
Tarnow. Okay.
Yeah. If we drive back to Tarnow, then actually, if we continue on the road through this place, we'll get closer to James and to the tower where the Humvee is.
Oh, yeah? Okay. James, are you good with that?
Sorry, what was that?
He was saying if we continue through this base area and down the road, we'll be going by where the Humvee is that you guys found. Oh my God, there's so many. What have you done? Dear, I told you there was 3 million.
You were 100% correct. Oh man, the gate's closed.
And none of them are happy either. That's okay. We'll use the car to play bowling pins. It'll be fun. They can scream and cry and rant all they want. They're still bumper fodder.
Yeah.
I got a strike. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Let me stop. There you go.
I'm just looking to see if any of these Zeds had any new gear on them or anything. No, nothing. Alright, we're good. Until the next gate.
Don't worry, the worst that can happen is a missile with a bunch of biological warfare shit in it. Uh-oh. Oh, the gates just opened for me? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did actually, so, okay.
The place is haunted. I'm leaving.
I'm starting to have more symptoms of sickness, like my thirst just dropped really fast.
Could barely hear you, man. What'd you say?
He's doing the Dane Cook routine. Pickles, more pickles.
I said I think my sickness is finally giving me symptoms because my thirst just dropped like really fast.
Oh, fun.
Probably is the sickness, yeah.
I'm not down with the sickness.
The sickness is down with you. Excuse me. For those that forgot or never knew, if you're ever in a gear and you still can't seem to get enough power, you can hold down shift and it gives it a little bit of gas. Gives it some more beans.
Beans.
You have to do it all the time with the truck or you can't get a pills.
So if you go to the right,
Yeah?
that's the Humvee over there that can be repaired.
Okay. James, how close are you to that Humvee?
I don't know. We're running around for the Humvee.
He's a ways from this. I mean, we're going the right direction, but he's a ways from it.
Am I going left or right up here?
You're going to continue through the checkpoint over to the right. That looks it.
So straight through here. Then.
Yeah, this way, yep. Yep.
Oh, hello, guys. Oh, I missed him.
The Humvee was kind of concealed by the brush back there, but that little intersection was where it is, right back there at that checkpoint.
Okay. Do you happen to remember what it needed?
It needed at least 2 tire, 2 wheels, and it needed a radiator as well as fuel, and it had no fuel. It had the spark plug thing, and it had 2 tires already. James, are you running on the main road towards Tarnow?
Indeed.
All right. We'll catch up with you once we get up and through here. We kind of have to go around the long way if we stay on the road, but that's okay. We'll catch up to you, no problem. Just going to continue straight through this checkpoint comm.
Yep. So one of the mods is supposed to include a land cruiser.
Oh,
So
Oh, nice.
if it's working, it's out here somewhere.
interesting.
Yeah, it was very highly voted
Left.
mod. Left here?
Yep, sorry.
I'm in
Sorry.
Tarno.
What's that, James?
I'm in Tarno.
Oh, that was quick, homie.
May have dysentery if I'm still Olympic sprinter.
Well, work on surviving. We're making our way back to you. We actually are coming from where you somehow ran from. So we're going to be driving the way you came from.
Did you get your sickness from drinking dirty water, James?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I have stuff on me that should fix it.
Nice.
This is going to wind around to the left, comm, and then we're going to take a left.
I almost know where I am. Whoa.
And a left here.
Yeah.
And then if we stay on this, we'll be where James is shortly.
Groovy. Excuse me, damn it. We are into the town now, eh? A lovely drive through the countryside. So wasted.
Going to BRB, borrow your bathroom. BRB.
Yeah.